We live in a beautiful world. But take away dynamism and movement, take away color and growth, and what's left is an image of want and stagnation. The bleak and overwhelming pit of poverty. What would you give to get out of that pit? The rainbow is a symbol of God's covenant with all living beings. From our kin from the mountain province, the rainbow is a bridge that connects heaven to earth. In both cultures, the rainbow symbolizes the promise and fulfillment of a better life. And for more than 20 years now, Alalay sa Kaunlaran Incorporated, or ASKI, has served as the rainbow for both Christians and indigenous peoples in need of help. In the Philippines, the socio-economic gap between the rich and the poor is apparent even in the busiest streets of the metropolis. Meanwhile, in the remotest rural barrios, development lags. It is unnoticed, almost invisible. But ASKI has taken on the crusade of uplifting the lives of the rural poor, exploring far-flung provinces in search of opportunities to lend a hand.
We have a multitude of problems, and among them is poverty, and then lack of education. Now we have the food crisis, the power crisis. Comdev is community development, and through this, ASKI is trying to involve the people in a cooperative effort to help solve some of these problems in the community.
ASKI started out as a microfinance organization. With a community development thrust and a solid spiritual foundation, ASKI extended financial aid to individuals belonging to the entrepreneurial poor. Years of experience taught ASKI, however, that extending loans to the upper strata of the poor is not enough to alleviate poverty. Hence, ASKI launched its initial community development project in 2002.
Well, I would say a community development is not really working with the poorest of the poor. We are working with the cross-section of the people in the community. And so we are on the principle of trying to get them together, get their acts together, and help one another.
From then on, ASKI has actively sought needy communities for its community development projects. Barangay Galintuha in Maria Aurora is a community composed mainly of Igorot dwellers. Their ancestors were landless farmers from faraway mountain province who found their plot of earth in Maria Aurora and finally settled here for good. But Galintuha has not been a perfect haven for these settlers. There was land to till but not much material comfort for the descendants. Since resettling in the 1960s, they have developed the farmlands, but their gain was just enough to sustain their basic necessities for food, meager clothing, and humble shelter. Other needs such as education, health and hygiene, entertainment, and cultural development have been hard to come by. For decades, Galintuha farmers have subsisted with little, thus disempowering them. They've needed to set aside their personal and cultural development for more urgent needs to survive the daily grind.
Actually, ang nananatili sa amin yung tinatawag na pagpapasalamat sa kultura namin. Kung kami ay nagsasayaw, yun po ay simbolo ng pagpapasalamat sa biyayang nakakamit upang maipagpatuloy na maipakita sa mga anak namin yung kagamitan. Kasi actually, kulang na kulang. Kalimitan ay humihiram kami ng gansa. Kung yung hinihiram namin ay may humiram na iba, ay talagang yun ang nagiging problema namin, sir.
Recognizing these needs, ASKI reached out to the Galintua community through its community development projects.
Gusto kong makita din kung paano yung mga tao nagkakasama-sama, no?
Apart from loans being extended to individuals, a classroom has been built for the community.
And we were able to sit 48